A warm welcome to you. I am Dare Folarin. This is your favorite program, Your Image. Today, I think congratulations are in order as your favorite program is marking its 10th anniversary. Our time flies. It's 10 years. Today, the hunter is being hunted, and your usual host, Akin Okudero, is our resource person for today. Welcome, Mr. Akin Okudero.
Thank you very much.
CEO, Pr-Primus. Welcome to the program.
It's a pleasure having you here doing a debate for me. And I want to say it's going to be a very entertaining moment today, and we are going to go into the historical lane. Thank you, Dare Folarin.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, how did you start? Your Image 10 years ago, how did you start? Tell us about the beginning.
Well, it's been so memorable. It's been tasking. It's been fulfilling. It's been, let me say, also very rewarding and also refreshing intellectually. It's been a period of discovery. It's been a period of searching, research, coming up with empirical cases and speaking, identifying stakeholders to several issues on public relations. And if I have to look back, nobody gave us the chance that this program could last 1 year. But here we are today. Well, one thing I want to say is that the public relations icon in Nigeria rallied around this program, and we had the likes of Mike Okereke coming on board. We had the like of Dr. Adekunle Salu, the former registrar of NIPR, coming on board. This versatile and
even some past presidents of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations.
We've had Rotimi Oladele.
Right.
We've had yes, we've had Jibade. That was when we started. We were doing movement here and there, going to Lagos, going to Ibadan, recording. But thanks to the likes of Aideshuaga, it gave us the opportunity to be studio-based. And at the end of the day, we started having programs here, and it's been a period of very interesting, very intellectual, and people were so happy coming here to also feel the OGTV environment. So I give kudos to Ogun State Television for the opportunity.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of the achievements, what would you say are the achievements in these last 10 years?
Well, I must let you know that we've recorded some successes. Even staying for 10 years, constant weekly program is a success.
Right.
And having to have engaged with various stakeholders on this program is also part of the success. And we also thank God that some of the corporate entities, some of the corporate citizens have imbibed, they have assisted us in promoting the ideas of public relations. Because that has also given us the opportunity to do documentaries, to do research, to examining certain products, analyzing what has been the negative, the positive aspect of it, giving feedback to either the buyers of, let me just say, the publics and stakeholders of such, either the product or service, and even the organizations themselves. So we've been having a very robust engagement, and it has also opened our eyes to ways in which we can really propagate the ideas of public relations. When we, public relations is live.
Right, that's right.
And when we say public relations is live, it means that we are looking at how to elevate, how to bring about success to individuals, to organizations, how to bring reward in terms of revenue to several individuals, organizations, enterprises, and the like. And
in fact, I must commend you because you are also regarded as Mr. Public Relations. You have been boldly professing the profession?
Well, we are glad for the appellation, but it has not been easy. We also want to appreciate those people who have identified with us in this empowerment program.
Right.
What we want to do is to diversify into all the areas of public relations. We have research, we have crisis management, we have stakeholders management, we have community relations, we have products, we have so many other areas of public relations. And what we are trying to do is to ensure that we also bring about proper education of what public relations is, academically, professionally, and of course in the recent times we've had to also connect with the information technology.
Okay, right.
And when we are talking about information technology, social angles, social media angles and the like, that is where the youths, that is where they fall in, that is their area of enterprise. So we have also included them in understanding PR. And the advantage of that is that it has brought innovation. It has brought more enterprising opportunities.
Okay. For the benefits of some of our viewers who may not even know what public relations is, can you just tell us, like they say in the street, what in this PR means?
Well, people must understand that public relations is a deliberate, planned, and sustained effort to generating goodwill when you connect with your several stakeholders. And when you have that, you have a feedback and you are rewarded. So it is a win-win situation with public relations. It is a profession that does not look at somebody or talk somebody down. It engages individuals in a way that there is participatory management. Your opinion, my opinion are integrated into the scheme of things. Inclusivity in all its arena. And when that is done, it then means that your opinion has been considered, and then you are now feeling to be part of that program, part of that project, part of the idea. And what that does is that it energizes you, it enhances creativity, it brings about a new thing about an individual, even the organization, and in the community. You see some organizations thriving when the CEO is able to apply public relations strategy in his operations. You see a lot of people living happy. You see a lot of products, ideas coming up. You see a lot of new ways of generating money, because there is this harmony that public relations brings about. It is the engine of any success in its entirety. Name it, whether in the society, whether even in the family, whether even in the nation. And globally, it is the absence of public relations that is creating crisis.
Problems everywhere.
Imagine what is also happening in Nigeria. This protest that we are talking about, there is lack of communication, lack of engagement of public relations, because if, as the government says, each tier of government has its own allocation. Federal government has its own allocation, state has its own allocation, local government has its own allocation. How are they utilizing those funds? How are those funds brought about succor in terms of welfare of people, in terms of project execution, in terms of harmonizing the very views, opinions of people? That is what is lacking.
One major drawback is this lack of trust. People don't trust government. So how can we use public relations skills and tools to build trust in the populace?
You see, when you are saying lack of trust, what has the individuals, corporate citizens, government officials, what have they done? How have they applied public relations principles, approaches? How have they applied them? If in a community, what is supposed to be given to a particular community, even at the formation level,
Right.
you bring them together, you're able to identify that, okay, what is their need? When you're now able to do the budget, you're able to provide necessary funds for the provision of such things. And when that is done, at the execution level, you are able to also physically deliver to those people who have contributed ideas and probably have contributed money and some other materials in ensuring that that project is actually executed. At the end of the day, it has been a failure of so much is provided, so little is brought out.
Okay, we also have some buzzwords like reputation management, sustainability. Help us to unpack all these. Reputation management, sustainability, all these things.
When you talk of reputation management, it is the absence of the involvement of all stakeholders that is bringing about reputational crisis. We've just talked about doing the budget, having people to harness ideas,
Right.
to promote a particular cause. And having done that, if you have been able to match your words with action, then you have a reputation of doing what you have said. You have a reputation of saying, we are going to deliver 30,000 housing units in a state at a particular point in time. And if at the end of the year, people can see 10 units of houses, and there were budgets for it. So what has happened? If you do that in the next year, do that over time, then you have a negative reputation. That is, you are not able to match your words with action.
So what remedial action steps can you take? How can you correct that?
Yeah, the area of correction is in ensuring that when policies are being brought about, make sure that you are able to analyze the needs of the people or the needs of an organization, match it with the available resources, and give it a timeline that will be accurate.
Okay.
Assuming time or nature of things changes.
Okay.
But you could still go back and inform the people, well, we've been having so challenges, and that is why we've not been able to meet all the promises that we have given.
Okay, the Mexican statement says that PR is analyzing trends and predicting the consequences. When you analyze trends and you predict the consequences and you are not listened to, what do you do?
Well, it means you have not done research very well. If you have done your research very well, we know that there could be, the world is dynamic.
Right.
And there could be changes.
Right.
But notwithstanding, you know your capacity and you know the environment you are also operating in. So you should be able to foresee, you should be able to forecast very well.
Right.
In actuality. And if there's a margin of error, then it will be minimal. But the scenario we are experiencing is the fact that so much more is given and so much less is delivered. And that is not public relations.
Okay.
So let me also go back to the issue of how
Sustainability.
public relations is sustaining
Right.
individuals, is sustaining entities, is sustaining the state, the nation, and the world.
The world, right.
There must be synergy. There must be collaboration. There must be networking, because we are not equally endowed.
No man is an island.
So, and it calls for identifying the weak, it calls for identifying the strong, it calls for identification of areas where you have abundant resources,
Right.
deploying it and sharing it to make life easy for all and sundry. So, sustaining an environment, sustaining a government, sustaining a product,
Right.
is about ensuring that what you vision, what you envision,
Okay.
you are able
Mhm.
to achieve it.
Okay.
And if it is not achieved, then you are not sustaining what you have preached about.
10 years is not moi moi, like they say. And congratulations are in order. So what are your plans to celebrate these 10 years of boldly professing public relations?
We thank God for where we have been, and we thank God for where we are going. We want to say that when we look back, what we have done is still not more than 20% of the vision we have.
Really?
Yeah. Because public relations is all encompassing. But for this anniversary, 10th anniversary, we are looking at promoting culture. This cultural renaissance.
Right.
We want to look at it. Who are we? How far have we gone? Globalization, has it impacted on us negatively or positively? How do we now use God-given talent, resources, capabilities, innovations? How are we using it to change the scenario in ensuring that Nigeria becomes the best place for tourism? Nigeria becomes the best place for trade, because Nigeria has abundant mineral resources. Nigeria has abundant human capital that Nigeria can even export, and it's happening. Instead of allowing people to move out in form of brain drain,
right,
there could be a strategic engagement with other nations, letting them know that we have bundle of experts,
right,
and then there will be a kind of exchange program,
right,
where government can also be earning foreign exchange. It will be a win-win situation where individuals will be earning well and government too will be having a good feedback.
That is harnessing our resources.
The great resources that we have, human, material,
right,
and also some other areas.
Yeah. You're still watching Your Image, the only public relations program on TV in Africa. We like to beat our chest. So you were talking about some of the activities lined up. What other segments do we have?
Well, besides the annual lecture, which will be delivered by the erudite museum enthusiast, that's engineer Yemisi Shilon. He's a man of many parts. He's a boardroom guru. He's a man who has veered into so many areas of businesses, nurturing individuals, building people naturally, culturally, and in so many ways. After that, we are going to have what we call production of scholarly magazine.
Right.
You know, we have been producing a magazine, public relations magazine. It's a PR digest, where people on professional level trade ideas, come up with research, come up with new trends, come up with new ideas,
right,
into how you can profess public relations. So we are going to have a 10th anniversary edition. We're also going to have this empowerment program. The empowerment program, we want to give kudos. I'd like to say that Professor Layosho was instrumental. He was part of the architect of Your Image.
Right.
At the teaching level, he was part of it, and that was why I was giving kudos to Inde Shuaga, the former GM, Engineer Bolijoko, right, and also Sakande Festus. They've done their bit sustaining this program, and so we are now going to look at how we can immortalize some of them. Number one, Professor Layosho is being immortalized, and we are going to have the second edition of empowerment program. We want to look on how we can empower indigent students in communication and PR related courses.
Right.
We are going to give them grants, and we are expecting people to support us solidly in this area.
This is the second edition.
This is going to be the second edition. We started it last year,
right,
and we are going to sustain it. Okay. And we are also looking at what these people have been able to do helping humanity. I'd like to talk about Engineer Larry Bisriyo, former head of service in the state. It was a bundle of a service. It was a bundle of benevolence to so many people. So we are also we started empowering young and indigent secondary school students. We are also going to do that this year. We are going to empower.
Are you still going to stay with his alma mater? You know, it was a bar.
Well, we are looking forward to having a very large number of people being given the opportunity.
This time around.
The reason is that we want them to grow. We want them to have a lease of life. We want them to be able to get fulfilled in their aspiration in academic excellence, professional excellence, and then business enterprise. When you nurture a young person and you give them the hope, you give them the resources, they are the people who turns the nation around. And it is in that light that we are looking at. So we are also going to look at the life and time of a PR guru, those people who have been able to commit themselves, selfless service into the society, and in this time around, public relations. We are also going to look at a particular personality who has been of tremendous service to public relations practice, to humanity, to the community people, and the like. We are going to also showcase his life and times.
Okay. We recently lost him.
We are going to showcase what he stood for, and how and why people should emulate him. Beyond that, of course, we always do it in an environment where everybody will be comfortable, and the venue is going to be parking by Radisson Hotel. I mean, parking hotel by Radisson. And we are going to ensure that everybody is comfortable. So, and that's why we need a lot of support. There are a lot of things that we also want to come up with.
So many things to discuss. But looking back, are you satisfied? 10 years down the line, are you satisfied?
I feel partially fulfilled. Reason being that if we've been given this support, we will have expanded more than this. We want to see how we can be helping organizations. We want to see how we can be analyzing products and services. What are the pitfalls, or where are the pitfalls? We want to find out the environmental problems. And we want to see how professionals, experts can be brought together, providing solutions for the nation.
Thank you.
Providing solutions.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
10 years is not easy. So congratulations.
We thank God for the sustenance.
Okay. So that will be the size of the package for today. Until next week, when we come your way again with another edition of the program. We want to thank you, Mr. Okudero, for coming on the program.
It's a pleasure.
Okay. And my name is Dare Folarin.
And thanks for hunting me.
You're welcome.